Greetings, Gemini and Gemini rising. This is your Western forecast for August 2024. Mars and Jupiter will be together in Gemini. Mars is in Gemini once every 2 years. Mars is all that courage and drive and ambition. Mars is in Gemini from July the 20th till September the 4th. Joining expansive lucky Jupiter is in Gemini once every 12 years. And I've been speaking about this with you each month. Jupiter went into Gemini in May, the end of May 2024 till May of 2025. So there's a major push with the Mars-Jupiter in your sign to take the lead, initiate new projects. But Saturn, taskmaster Saturn, will be in Pisces, restricting the Gemini. And Mercury will be retrograde. So this is a really important month to be making a lot of reevaluating, readjusting with major new career endeavors. For most of you, this might be that what you've been working on, and maybe in general, since your birthday in June, that August is not the time to be taking it to the next level, to launching it, to promoting it, and marketing it. August is when it's time to do all the reevaluating and the readjusting. And that's going to be because the Jupiter wants to expand and the Saturn wants to hold back. And you'll often find Jupiter-Saturn, their restlessness, changes in the job, in finances, especially with Saturn, taskmaster Saturn, transiting your 10th house of careers. So before I break all that down, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. I always like to start with the sun in combination with the new moon. At the end of July every year, the sun goes into Leo, and it's there for the first 3 weeks till August the 21st. Wherever the sun is shining is where you are lighting up. What's important to you? What is your priority? Leo is 3 signs past Gemini. So there's a major focus on third house matters of learning, of selling, of traveling, of interviewing. It's the sector of communications and ideas and so forth. The new moon in Leo will be on August the 4th. The new moon is when now your intentions are all set and focused on these third house matters until the beginning of September, when it'll be the next new moon. So this whole month, even though the sun leaves Leo on the 21st and goes into Virgo, that new moon is really locking in that third house energies. The third house, thinking about Jupiter now, the third house has a lot to do with short distance traveling, like weekend travel trips. The new moon is putting your attention on the third house, a lot of restlessness to travel, make travel plans. But this new moon on August the 4th is in harmony, called a sextile, with Jupiter. Jupiter is the higher vibration of the third house. Third house, or Mercury, deals with domestic traveling, short distance traveling, going away for the night. Jupiter is international traveling, long distance traveling. So with that new moon in the third of travel and it's very favorably aspected by expansive Jupiter. There is a lot of you will be traveling, making all kinds of travel plans, but on August the 4th, with the new moon, it's also when Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, Mercury goes retrograde until August the 28th. So with Mercury retrograde, it's always at times of travel delays, communication mishaps, building mountains out of molehills. You've heard all the mantra. You don't want to sign contracts. You don't want to make promises. But with that new moon in the 3rd, positive with Jupiter, part of this is travel. Mercury is a restless traveling planet, but when it's retrograde, there may be travel delays, or you may have to change your itinerary. Jupiter also represents prosperity, money, and with Jupiter in Gemini, and Mars, ambitious Mars wants to initiate new projects. That's in Gemini from July the 20th until August the 4th. But this is where I'm saying you don't want to debut and promote and launch new projects in August. Number one, because of Mercury in retrograde. Number two, because of Jupiter squaring Saturn, especially with Saturn in the 10th house of careers, because there's a lot of this push and pull. But it is favorable if you've been working on a significant project, or maybe on you getting a college degree, or doing some research. That's all falls under that Jupiter. And so August is best for doing a lot of readjusting, reevaluating. Now, this Mercury, your ruling planet, goes retrograde August the 4th to the 28th, but it's going to start in Virgo. And Virgo is 4 signs past Gemini. By the 14th of August, as it's retrograding back into the 3rd. And it'll actually remain in Leo in the 3rd until September the 8th. So that could be when there's a lot of readjusting with travel plans. Jupiter can also deal with publishing, marketing, and education. So you wouldn't want to start a new online business. You wouldn't want to launch a major new website, start a major new campaign because of Mercury in retrograde and the Jupiter-Saturn. But this could be where you're doing a lot of reevaluating and retooling and re-editing. But when Mercury goes retrograde on the 4th, it's going to start in Virgo from the 4th to the 14th. And Virgo is 4 signs past Gemini. So what you're rethinking and questioning is 4th house matters, is home and family and real estate. Now that might seem a bit daunting. Mercury's in retrograde in the 4th of family or real estate, and you're having to rethink all your plans and expectations, and there might be mishaps and misinformation. But Venus, benefic, diplomatic, creative Venus, will be in Virgo August the 4th till August the 29th in the 4th. So the Venus is helping to bring more harmony in pleasure with family. Now the 3rd could also be where the sun, the new moon in the 3rd. The 3rd house is that could also be communications. So this could fall under the domain of selling, buying and selling. Now, if you're really thinking about real estate, because of all that Virgo energy, and the sun goes into Virgo, putting a spotlight on the 4th, on the 21st. But the Mercury is retrograde until the 28th. That new moon will go into Virgo in the 4th at the beginning of September. So the September looks much more favorable for any type of investing or moving, relocating, or if there's any kind of family reunions, family gatherings, because of that 4th house. Because of the Mercury in retrograde, it might be best, or it may need to be pushed off to a later date. Now, the new moon is setting your intentions of 3rd house, learning, speaking, interviewing, selling, traveling, for all of August. But the 2 weeks after the new moon is the full moon. The full moon is going to be in Aquarius, which is an air sign harmonious with Gemini. The Aquarius is 9 signs past Gemini. So the full moon is bringing everything to light, everything to a head, dealing with 9th house matters. 9th house can mean long distance traveling, higher education. Sometimes there might be dealing with publishing and marketing. That full moon will be in a hard angle or tension to rebellious, unexpected Uranus. So this full moon on August the 19th and a couple of days around could be bringing in some unexpected upsets and surprises. And it might be around 9th house of education or traveling or marketing. But Jupiter is going to be squaring Saturn, and the peak of it is on the day of the full moon. Full moon is August the 19th. The Jupiter square Saturn is August the 19th. So there's some real, and then Mercury's in retrograde. So there's going to be these real unexpected changes that you have to kind of readjust and reevaluate, and be very flexible and very adaptable. And it could be with travel plans, educational plans. And like I said, with that Jupiter in Gemini that began in the last couple of days of May 2024, every 12 years, and now with Mars in Gemini, that started July the 20th, is getting ready to really launch a major new project, but not August, because of the Jupiter-Saturn, what's that readjustment, and because of Mercury in retrograde, reevaluating, rethinking. But after the 28th, when Mercury goes direct, maybe best after the beginning of September, with the next new moon, and that Jupiter-Saturn is now moving away, that September could be much more favorable for taking any major new business projects to the next level. Venus is that planet of love and romance, and for the whole month of August, it's in the 4th, in Virgo, 4 signs past Gemini. The 4th is home and family. With Venus, you may be entertaining more at home. You might be, beautifying the home. And with the Mercury in retrograde that starts off in the 4th house, it's like rethinking all your plans about the home. But you wouldn't want to be making any important purchases for the home or starting any kind of new projects, remodeling new furniture in August because of the Mercury in retrograde. Now, some of you with that Jupiter-Saturn, Saturn's in the 10th house of careers, and that full moon, some of you may decide to go in a new direction with your career, or your career may be pushing you in a new direction, and maybe you may be needing a new job. But that Mars-Jupiter is going to bring you opportunities to really grow and expand. Jupiter's there till May of 2025. That Mars remains there till September the 4th. So some of you may have to make some quick readjustments with your job and career, but it looks like for many of you, it just would end up being a blessing in disguise. But around the 19th, there may be some real unexpected surprises. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.